on a 1 to 5 scale, I'd like you to talk to me about how you think you're performing, and then show me some examples why you think that.
I have everything all nice and coded here. I think I'd probably get about a 4. I've been doing really well. I make sure that I incorporate a lot of fun activities into lessons so that the kids are enjoying themselves while they're learning. And over here, I have some proof of that. I've been working on getting along with kids who are a little more shy than the others, and my positive reinforcement speech has been really good. So I think I'm coming along pretty well. There are a couple things I need to work on, and I'm sure we can talk about that. But here, the lowest thing I got was a sometimes plus, so a little more than sometimes. And I incorporate a lot into lessons. I ask a lot of questions. I use differentiated instruction really well. I've been, all of the students have been leaving my lessons understanding what I want them to learn coming in.
All right, so we talked about all the hard skills, and let's move on to the soft skills. And I'd like to talk about collaboration first.
It's hard for me to work with others, but I've been working on it. I've been working a lot, and I'd probably give myself about a 3.5. I've been doing a lot better, and I'm still not actively looking for teamwork, which is what I know I should be doing if I want a 4 or a 5.
Okay. So, Bridget, now it's time to talk about setting a goal for this quarter. And if you look at the rubric, one of the things that you have been focusing on is collaboration. And I know you want a 4 or a 5.
I do.
And how are you going to do that? Because that's kind of hard to understand when you first just read that. What are some of the things you think you could do specifically?
Well, I think I could, if there's a big job that I would usually take on by myself, I could ask somebody else to do it with me, and we could each be assigned a task in part of that job.
So my first one is from the blood drive, and since it was my first blood drive, I really wanted to experience it all and really, get to give blood and give back to people. And then my next one was Say Boo to the Flu, and there's also a couple other people that did it with me in my class. And during October, there was a flu clinic at the Siebelgate Mall, and we really wanted to go there and just have a section for kids to play because their parents were getting the flu shot, or they weren't old enough, or didn't have the money for it.
When we look at the rubric here for conduct and attitude, how would you rate yourself in the soft skill rubric for conduct and attitude this quarter?
I would rate myself a 5 for conduct and attitude this quarter, because I really believe that every day I come into class and I have the excited look on my face. I'm ready to learn, and I'm ready to experience things that I never have before, and I'm open to all those new ideas.
Okay, so let's move on to your hard skills and talk about the medical terminology competency for that. So let's, want to show me what you have for evidence in your binder?
Sure. I have a couple of our vocabulary quizzes that we do on different things like the safety and...
So, how do you think you're doing in medical terminology this quarter?
I thought I did pretty well.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
Maybe it was just like the first part of the year, and because of all the stress of coming here, I guess, and having a new experience, and maybe I should have studied a little more with my words and everything, and really maybe worked with a partner with vocab words or something.
Okay. So I would have to say that it's a 3 or a 75 is your grade for this quarter.
Okay.
You're okay with that?
Yeah. I need to improve on my skills in class and doing it at home and really learning the words.
Okay, I know. Okay, so thanks for coming so prepared. You did a really great job with that, and I want to spend the last couple minutes that we're together working on a goal for next quarter.
Okay. For next quarter, basically, I just want to work on feedback and improvement.
Okay.
It would be great to have little pieces of paper from my classmates that say, you should be doing this more, the poster should have had more color, and even for me to give that improvement for someone else, would be good and like motivate them to do it as well as with me.
Morning. How you doing? Good. Good. Have a seat right over there. You close this. Get low. Keep this quiet. So how are things going?
They're going good.
Yeah. Your conduct and attitude.
All right.
I mean, where do you see yourself? Do you have the rubric in front of you for your soft skills?
Yep, it's actually right here.
Where do you see yourself in that rubric? You don't mind if I take a few notes, please?
No, that's fine. Looking at this rubric, I've gone over it a few times, I've read it and stuff, I wouldn't say I'm a high five yet, because I feel like there's always room for progress, and you can never know too much about this. There's always something new you can learn, so to put myself comfortably, I'd say I'm a 4. And the reason I'd say I'm a 4 is, I come in here with a positive attitude every day. I work great you can put me with anyone, I work great for the most part, It's going pretty good. I mean, there's 3 people to a group, we're working really good, so, everyone's checking measurements, everyone's doing something, or everyone's paying attention, there's always something, someone's doing, there's no slacking off, so everyone's paying attention.
Yeah.
So, for the most part, that's going pretty good, my group.
So yeah. So how do you score yourself on collaboration?
I would, to be honest, I'd have to say I'd give myself a solid 5 on that. I feel like I do a really good job at that.
So Matt, a 5. Did you read this rubric? I went through it. I think you want to look carefully at what it takes to be a 5, what the expectations are, because you're doing, all the expectations 1 through 3, but you also have to do the 4s and the 5s. You're working to create an environment where the work group takes pride in producing the highest quality outcome. That means you're very serious about what you're doing 100% of the time, not just some of the time, but 100% of the time. Mm-hmm. You're encouraging your peers to make best use of their talents. I think you do that. That's in the 4 category. The 5 is a bit of a stretch.
I see what you're saying now.
Yeah, it's above and beyond. It's above and specifically on the wall framing. What can you show me for evidence to back this up?
This is actually one of the tests we took before we made the walls and stuff. I got a 95 on it, if you recall that. And then I did take some pictures for my group and stuff of what we were doing on the wall framing, what we were building and stuff. So there's some pictures if you want to look at those.
Okay, so tell me what's going on. Tell me what's going on in this picture.
Right there, we're laying out the wall, we're marking everything, putting it on 16 on center, getting all our materials out right there.
Okay. What do we need to improve on for next quarter? What kind of goal can we set?
I would say one of my goals, I gotta slow it down a little bit. I feel like I'm going a little too fast.
In what way?
And just moving along, I need to slow down and check my measurements more carefully.
Okay, but other than me telling you, was there any other source you could use?
Actually, I was wondering if I could borrow one of your videos on Larry Hahn on the framing of the walls and stuff. If that was alright. And reading the book, I've been reading chapters. I've been going home and reading the book and stuff, and kind of learn a little more that way.
Yeah, no, I think the Larry Hahn idea is an excellent idea.
Hi Jackie, how are you today?
Hi, Matt.
Good. Have a seat.
Thanks. I don't know why I don't like this.
Get all your stuff with you?
I do. I want to step on soft rules.
Okay.
Because I feel like I've done really well on that. I believe I deserve a 3 for that. We don't have a lot of evidence for it, but you've seen me out in production when I'm actually making the rolls and cooking and baking. And I do have some evidence in here, not to say that I have none. I've got the yeast production worksheets, as well as a soft roll lab that I actually did. I took a picture of it. So I really do believe I have everything down. As you can see from the picture, I did pretty well in making the soft rolls and the rolls themselves.
Looks like a good product.
Thank you. Thank you.
What did you end up with on your lab sheet?
On my lab sheet, I ended up all the way in the back. I had pretty good grades with almost 198 up the end.
That's very good.
I don't believe I hit all of them because we didn't go into what a 5 would be all the way, but I think I did hit a 3.
Okay, so our performance target was a 3. Do you believe you exceeded that at all?
Not really, no.
No?
I feel like I've met the performance goal, but I haven't quite exceeded it yet. I don't know as much as I should.
Okay, so how did you figure that out?
By going back and looking at what I actually knew without notes, and then looking at notes and realizing I didn't know as much as I thought I knew.
Okay. And did you use the rubric for that too?
I did.
So you think you're at a level 3. Do you feel you hit any of the criteria for the level 4? Because I think you have underrated yourself a little bit. I believe you're at the full 4 because of watching what you've done in there and seeing your lab work grades and what you've done, your write-ups on your competencies and the skills that you've done. So I believe you're at a 4, so I'd agree with you there.
Thank you. So for soft skills, I wanted to start with work ethic.
Okay.
Because, again, I feel like I deserve a 4 in that. I believe I come to work in a timely manner, which work, I mean production. And I do have evidence to back that with professionalism in some of my labs. I also think I make it in time. Whenever I have absences, I come back and I ask for makeup work. I make up work after class if need be. And I feel like I really show strong motivation in class. I really feel like I come in with a positive attitude and I really work for that goal I'm trying to get to. I really do think I get a 4. I get 10s on professionalism every time.
And how do you think as far as the group goes, do you carry that over?
I feel like I do. My group tends to be really motivated and really work toward what we're trying to achieve.
Give me an example of where you think you motivate your group, how you think you motivate your group.
When, say we're making cupcakes, which we did a couple weeks ago, we'll be working together and I really work to get people involved. You know, she was standing there not really knowing what to do, so I made sure she had something to do because she just didn't know what to do. And I think she felt really awkward, like very shy about the situation. Awkward. But I really pulled her in and I make sure everyone's working together toward that common goal and not feeling left out because I know what it's like to be there.
I very much agree with you. I saw that happening and I think we spoke about it that day. And I'm glad you brought it up because I had forgotten some of it in my own notes. But I do agree that you are at that level 4 because you do take it up and above what the day-to-day expectation is. So nice job. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
So now that we've been through all of your soft and hard skills, what do you think your goal would be for next quarter?
I really want to aim to get 4s and 5s because I know that I've gotten a couple 3s. And I really believe that for soft skills at least, I really can aim for a 5. It's not unbelievable. It's definitely possible. Even 4s are definitely possible.
Okay, and let's say in work ethic, where would you need to work? Do you know where you need to work to get to a 5, what you need to do?
I think I could work a little bit more on creating a positive atmosphere and really making the environment happier because I know that sometimes one person can really bring it down and even I have my off days when I'm feeling down and so I really want to work on getting everyone up even when they feel upset.
Great. Strategies to do that?
Maybe just being really positive all the time, trying to not really turn people down and putting people up when they're trying to put themselves down as well.